Good blessings. Namaste. God is good. God is good. I must say, Namaste. Namaste. God is good. Eternal living consciousness. Krishna light. Today I'm going to be talking about. This is a series of talks and give Caesar what is of Caesar. If he's still there, I still got to give it to him. This is a ditch switch mop up. Yesterday I talked about what is to be in God and what is to be out of God. What is to be in God and under God. Right? To be in God is to be in all heavenly bands in eternal living consciousness, entering the stream, uh, being in the flowing Jordan River, the celestial Jerusalem, Zion. Zion is realmanoic. Okay, Zion is multi-realm. Zion's mountain penetrates all mountains. Uh, God's true love, true wisdom, the Almighty One. Okay, Moses is in the Islamic teachings, the Buddhist teachings, the Christian teachings, the Jewish teachings, the Aramaic teachings, the Vedic teachings, cross culture, counterculture, all true God. God is in essence. My friends sometimes ask me and inquire, right? They ask me, "What is Christ?" I tell them, the lightning that penetrates all realms, all the way down, right? Touches the ground. I wanted to know about zero point void. I wanted to know about the multiplex realms that intertwine. There's realms that mix together. This is a three world, right? I think if I was to use a Christian term, what are the three worlds? Okay, you got God, you got Satan, right, and nothing more. Okay, they want to term Satan as a lion that's out to kill. Can you see your machine out to kill? Who's the lion in government? ¿Quién es el león rugente que vino a robar, devorar, absusar, fornicar, adultar y destruir, ¿verdad? Pues ese pinche baboso, güey, está ahí sentado en la oficina del gobierno, ¿verdad? Falso. Uh, ¿Quiere estar en Dios o quiere estar en el lugar de nunca ser otra vez? Estas son las cristas lilianas, the Gnostic teachings of Christ. I'm going to be entering one of my most, I guess, Buddhic times of all times. I've been praying and asking for the threefold path in the Triple Lotus Sutra. Okay, I'm sure you're well aware that in the biblical ancestry of the first 5 and 2 hidden books of Moses, all right, they talk about the Quran, the 10 Commandments. These are direct orders, right? Not just for me, right, but for the entire worldplex here. All right. I had inquired about the Bhagavad. I had inquired about the Holy Bible. I had inquired about the Quran. See, the thing about the Bible, it's going to teach you about God, and it's going to teach you about the fucking man satans, the man snakes, the serpents that rise, brew you, the ones that violate God's law, which is kill and steal and commit fornication. If you want to know about what fornication is a spiritual talk. Okay, this is coded, encoded talk. Ancient times, they were, you know what I'm saying, when the war started, we had to go to codes, shit that they didn't understand, right? This is all your nations have this shit. They started working. They got metallic Einstein in their fucking school. I'm not a fucking relative thought and irrelevant thought and thoughtless thought of God consciousness. Are you the body? Are you the spirit of God? What mind are you using? Where are you dwelling? Are your feet smelling? Are you even walking? Who's the Cadillac Blue, the True Fu, the Mufu, the Kuhu, the Woo Woo? My mother just did a cure for me. It's called Shim Shim Wa. Shim Shim Wa is going through my whole body right now. Okay, changing all my molecules, all my globules, all my particles, all my synapse, and reapse. I'm very fortunate to be in God. I must say, namaste, 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 namaste. Consciousness, right, transcends all languages, transcends all beings, all forms, and no forms. See, what is darkness? How do you, you know, how do you shatter darkness? Through pure light, baby. Through pure light consciousness. That explosion takes all darkness out of the universe. See, this is a stream, right? This is stream consciousness, God's consciousness, as it passes through his eyes in eternal times, multi realms, forever being, right? Ongoing. This consciousness here, this triangular effect, right? You do your genetic history. It's there. I'm not lying. I talked about the mammalian mind, the reptilian mind, and the quasilian mind. You want the quas, the one that hits all your brains, goes through your brains, out, in, out, the light, in and out. When lightning enters you, right? Lightning enters you. You might have little satori's, spiritual glimpses of the true dragon's reality. But let the whole bull pass through you, all the way in, all the way out. You're just waves, remember, vibrations. Like the vibrations, you listen to music, you watch TV, all these vibrations enter you. You know, the vibrations of Shimwa, 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 Shimwa. This is a cure. Shimwa, 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 Shimwa. Dieting is important. It is. When your molecules are, your vibrations need to be, your synapse clicking perfect. So shim shim wa, shim shim wa, shim shim wa, shim shim wa, shim shim wa. I've been praising God and praying for the waters, praising for the poisonous waters to flip to their natural form, for everything to be warm and nice and cool, and the natural gravity of this planet is important. The chakras of the earth are important. Not only do they affect you, they affect other worlds. Okay, these guys have been playing destruction, burning fires, in the soccer fields. You know, laying oil fields, chemical compounds, atomic nuclear explosions, all this shit. Sorry, reptilians. Sorry, lizards. All right. I couldn't come to that fact, to that conclusion, to that total concept of thought, but it's not a concept of thought. It should penetrate you. You ask the questions, then the answers come. It's consciousness. It's ever pervading all around us. All we have to do is inquire in deep love and affection for others. I'm not here to mind rape you, take over your ways of thought, your spiritual attributes, or anything of that. But being in God is no violence, no killing, no murder, this, that, blah, 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 right? But truthfully, no killing and no stealing. Truthfully. Okay. I inquired, and no killing, and no stealing. I don't embrace violence in any way. I don't think it's a form that's necessary. I think that a conducive way of being is to be calm inside, energetic, an explosion way of thought to prove that God is always with us and has always been with us. Some of us say God, no God, right? Spirit form and no form. The no form is still God. What you don't see is still God. What my father and mothers do in other realms, uh, I can show you from right here how you affect the realm of Noah way back up and down. You want to be pushing down, brother, not up. Okay? In other words, pushing down in you and taking all that crap out. The mind, right? If you use the reptilian mind, you're going to want to rule other people. It's better to conquer yourself, right? So you can liberate other people in Christ, in God, in Buddha consciousness, Krishna consciousness, Allah's consciousness, Shiva's consciousness, you know, Jesus consciousness. There are so many names that you can call it. Pick your label, and that's your stable, right? But the stable calmness of the mind should not be going to war. Should not be killing. You should be residing in, in that being of true light. The kotis are crystallizations of being in consciousness. I really wanted to know this. This is a post senior doctorates. Uh, in other words, you got to, after you get your doctorates, then you can come and try to understand this bitch. But I had asked my mother, and they're going to all provide. They're going to show me the way. So you have to, the perfect Dharma is this, dude. One lotus flower, right? Rising out of the muddy waters. You guys have it in the Bible. I haven't read the verse in a long time. I didn't know what the word, I saw it in Spanish once. What is the lotus flower in Spanish? And I'll try to remember and it'll come to me. You can use a lotus flower, you can use a mystic rose. We're in mystic lands. Isn't this a miracle of life, consciousness arising? The wagging of thought, the inquisition of, I'm not only going to penetrate you, rape you, conquer you, destroy everything that you have. You've been destroying the planet. The devils have nuclear technology. They wanted to use it, but my father's mother's living, loving consciousness will destroy them before they pull the button. No doubt about it. Who is ramming you? The true lightning, right? Away, or I, or I, or I, or I, no I, no I, no I, right? Just oh, 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 oh. Consciousness is what? One. God is one. All. All of consciousness, that's God. All right. All the forms in consciousness. Now the ways of thought, dude, they waver like fucking flake blues here, dude. They got, we got dictionaries. Dictionaries should cover every religion, should cover every way of thought, and every way of speaking of that being. We guys get confused with words. I know that we have to code them sometimes. Uh, what is a whore? And the Bible talks about a whore. She has a branch. She has many babies, right? They have the scriptures, but what is it that turns her into a whore? When they war against God. What is eating of the forbidden fruit? Okay. Those are the branches of God. The moment you start killing, the moment you start stealing, the moment you start doing that, you're that's when you're eating of that forbidden fruit. Well defined in the Ten Commandments, easy to see, plain, on plate, on plaques, written by the hand of God. When a sage mystic speaks of God, it's that he understands that he's just temporary body form, sandusal, reading capabilities of being spiritual or non-spiritual. This is the duality of being in a essence body of sunshine light. Okay, now if it uses part frog legs and you know, part moonwalking. Um, you know, these fuckers are used to a drill sergeant. You know, the sergeants. I'm speaking to the generals. You know, fucking punk ass whores that want to flip flop socks, dude. Uh, you want to ride my donkey or my bitch, or my dick or my whip? And this is all poetry, dude. Don't get all twisted, whole. You know, try to hold me to a steady block, dude. Uh, you can't question me. You can't ask me shit. You know, I'm gonna knock out your fucking constitutional law in a heartbeat, New York, fucking second of a thought. I really, truly don't give a fuck about your thoughts. If you think you're a nation, if you think you're a world, if you think you're a spirit form, you know that's the truth. Spirit form. Everything else is fucking the complexity of mind being. You know, these guys have been diluted. You know, they've been waving at Satan, sucking his dick, kissing his ass, and chopping down the fucking woods, homie. All right? Who is a poisoner of the lands? Who drops bombs on trees, burns the whole fucking city, the village, the people in it? Some fucking psycho bitch out of control, dude. How many psycho bitches are out there? Well, you guys have been worrying for a long time, dude. It's time to drop the fucking ball and straight up man up. Are you going to be a being of violence or a being of calmness? Are you going to be calm, cool, collective? I mean, you might talk the talk if you're talking to them. I sit here, you know, or here at my brother's place, whatever, uh, loving God, my sister's place, loving God inside out, outside in. I needed to know and understand what that godly consciousness is and what's not of it, the duality of being. A man king will lead you straight into fucking hell, dude. Presidential candidate, straight right into the, they said, I'll follow you straight to the doors of hell. No, right there in public, you know, they have their own words, their own video, their own stupidity, ways of fucking thought and thinking. You do the violence, and they do the violence. You're telling me straight up, you're willing to go to hell, motherfucker. You know, you stupid fucks. You have it on your own video. I'll post it up later on. The comedy acts of insanity, your investments of insanity. You don't got no sound doctrine of thought, inside out, outside in. You're the living devil in power. Power? You ain't power. You're powerless. You're a dead roll rolling. You're gonna smote out, clode out, coke out, rock out, and be nothing. What's the 0 point void of voidness? That's where the shit ends and will never begin again. It's a Gnostic teaching in the books of Christ, and I can say Buddha, okay? Because I'm going to the source, the last transcendental. He never left the building. It's a consciousness. Does consciousness leave the building? Fuck no. You leave, right? You're in, you could be here, there, or there, right? Are you right or left? Or are you fucking straight up, motherfuckers? I'm straight up. I'm speaking to the right and the left, the donkey show and the wannabe show. You know, some bitches like getting by donkeys, and I don't know the other party's logo by elephants. You know, you're Mount Rushmore. You're gonna rush more. You're gonna rush more against who? Who are you rushing? Well, when you go to war, you're rushing somebody, right? You come at me with tanks, planes, jets, uh, all kinds of chemicals, bars. Like I said, the dungeon system never lived here. You guys haven't evolved. You ain't shit but chicken wings on a dust party, D. So government ain't shit to me, dude. I'm not here to debacle it. I'm here to love them all the way down to the insanity of their own ground. Yeah, brother. Buddha blessings, namaste. I'll talk to you later. God bless you all.